fighters, just so you know, pairs and groups are set, and you can check them on the wall on my left and your right, depending where you're standing. So go and check when you're on so you can be prepared. Thank you.
Give me a slice of cake. Give me some milk, sugar, and a spoonful of your loving. A spoonful of your loving. A spoonful of your loving.
Everybody, one more information. Today we will have live stream. So right now we are sharing the link for this on Facebook and other social media networks. So you know, your friends, family, and whoever wants to cheer for you can follow the link online. So when we are ready with this, we will start the tournament. If you have Wi-Fi, you can share the link as well. Rapier tournament is officially starting. We have a first fight in Arena 1, Nikola Katic versus Aleksandar Istic. We had a first exchange. There is a great chance that it was a double hit, but judges need to consult. And we started with a double kill. Shame. So Nikola Katic got the first 2 points. Fighters are really careful, trying not to get into double hit positions. So you can see that they're checking their distance, trying to find the opening where to hit or thrust. But unfortunately, we have a second double kill. 4 double kills will mean that this match will end with 0 points for each opponent. So they really want to avoid this. It's better to end up with at least 1 point in the end. That's how much you get if you lose the match. 2 points are awarded for the win.
And we've had an afterblow on Arena 2, with the red fighter striking first and the blue fighter catching up. Still no points on Arena 2 for both fighters.
Fighters now need to be additionally careful not to go into 4 double kill. Now we saw swiping from Aleksandar Istic. Judges just need to decide on the quality. It was with good quality, so we have 2 points for Aleksandar Istic, and now it's a tie.
And the blue fighter just managed to strike on the torso for 3 points. However, we seem to have a challenge by the red fighter.
It is really important to move during the match. This is why fighters need to be careful with their feet, make the swipes, and try to avoid them as well.
And the objection was that the blue fighter's hit landed on the head and not on the torso. Can we get a round of applause for Yusuf for sportsmanship?
These are really close calls now when fighters are working really careful, trying to be out of the distance.
Now the blue
We
fighters,
have a challenge here from Nikola.
blue fighter on Arena 2 is trying to take the initiative, trying to go for some fierce attacks. He now has the lead by 4 points.
first match is coming close to an end time-wise, so fighters also need to take care of this. So it's 10-6 for Nikola at the moment. We have 48 seconds till the end of this match. And we are also on 3 double kills. So this is going to be a really close call for the first fight in the Rapier tournament.
And that's another 2 points for the blue fighter with a strike to the arm. Currently 6-0 for Anders Schrabe. And with another 2 points for Anders Schrabe, he wins the match by 8-0 against Yusuf.
So Alexander is continuing to sweep Nikola, since it turns out this is effective move at this match. 35 seconds till the end. We had really fierce exchange at this point. Nikola made first thrust, so this is one that counts. Alexander has some objections. Let's see if they are valid. Okay, the call stands.
For our next match on Arena 2, we have Ivan Jegdic from Terca, Serbia, as the blue fighter versus Adam Milovanovic, also from Terca, as the red fighter.
I would like to remind fighters that we have water, bananas and biscuits for them at the back, so whoever feels thirsty or needs some energy boost, please feel free to take some. Takođe, volonteri, imate jogurt i kiflice, tako da nemojte da umrete od gladi, molim vas, hvala.
A few fun facts about our fighter, Ivan Jegdic. He has been training for for some time, but he's been in Terca for, let's say, about a year and a half, because there were some pauses in his training. He mostly likes the historical aspect about HEMA, and he said that in the absence of being 6 foot and having a two-handed warhammer, the rapier seems like a logical second choice.
At the moment there are some disputes on Arena 1 because there was slicing and holding of the sword at the same time. So if the fighter catches a sword but it is pulled through their hand, it can be counted as a slicing. So 2 points were awarded to Nikola Katic, and this made a difference of 7 points. So Nikola Katic wins the first match against Aleksandar Istic.
You can see the difference in the fighting techniques when the fighters know each other and when they're meeting for the first time. Namely, in this case, they're a bit more certain in their attacks compared to the previous fight. This is sort of a consequence of knowing your opponent and fighting together frequently. And this usually results in this. As a side effect.
So it is confirmed Nikola Katic won the first match.
So, as another side effect of knowing each
But
other.
still, friendly hugs at the end, of course. Both fighters are from the local club Terca.
So, when the fighters know each other, double kills are more frequent, as evidenced by our match on Arena 1, and the afterblow that occurred as the first exchange on Arena 2.
So, fighters for the next match in Arena 1 are Borislav Krustev and Georgi Rosic. Borislav is from Bulgaria, from the club Motus. We saw him yesterday as well on the side sword tournament. We will see him later on the long sword tournament. You could see him this morning fighting with Montante. So whatever is your weapon of choice, you can find him and fight him. And perhaps lose. Georgi Rosic is also a longsword fighter, so he will be joining us in the afternoon as well. But for now, let's enjoy their fight with rapiers. Please give them a warm applause. Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Almost all of our foreign contestants are competing in more than one category, whereas our local contestants are generally sticking to one sword, with a few exceptions. Adam is currently in the lead by 3 points. We shall see based on the judge's latest decision.
So fighters in the Arena 1 are measuring their distance, seeing how they can attack, find an opening.
So there wasn't an afterblow, a double kill in this previous exchange because the red fighter's attack did not have any quality.
Georgi is
So the score is
having
now
really
even.
high stance. So after a lot of mind games, as my colleague Vladimir would say, Borislav made an attack in the end, trying to hold also Georgi's weapon, so this could be counted as control. Quality of the hit was probably also good, so let's see. In the end, it was hit to the head, 4 points for Borislav.
Red fighters generally trying to take the initiative and strike first, while the blue fighter seems to stick to ripostes mostly. The score is now even again, 5-5 for both fighters on Arena 2. And we had our first double kill on Arena 2. "30 seconds until the end of the match on Arena 2. The score is even. There's been
So
one double
Georgi
kill.
made strike to the hand. We have a result of 4-2 at Arena 1. So checking the distance is really important in these cases, just to be sure that you can hit closer targets like hand or leg. But it is also important to be able to move back or to the side even better to avoid strikes that might come to you. Georgi was using the technique of going backwards, but also trying to make an afterblow in order to deduct points from the hit.
And this will probably be.
But the tempo
following
was
exchange will
same,
probably be
so
the
it
last
was
one.
a double kill.
The blue fighter, Ivan, is now 5 points ahead of his opponent. It'll be difficult to catch up.
And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so tired to share my nights. I wanna cry and I wanna love, but all my tears have been used up.
And with that last exchange, the red fighter managed to score another 3 points. However, it was not enough to beat his opponent. And Ivan Jegdic wins 10-8. I'd like to point out that the weather inside of the Siam is perfect for sword fighting. You don't have any wind, and it's very unlikely to have any rain in here. The temperature is a bit chilly, just enough for the fighters to not overheat.
Unlike the sport fencing where fighters are wearing suits that are equipped with heat detectors, here judges need to consult with fighters more often in order to be sure what happened. And this is very important that fighters show really sportsmanship and accept or admit that they received a hit. Luckily, all our guests and local fighters are really great sportsmen.
Our blue fighter on Arena 2 is Zoltan from Arsensis club in Hungary.
And the time is up for the match in Arena 1.
He's been training HEMA for about 8 years now, since 2010. His opponent, the red fighter, is Janko Zafirovsky.
So even
from
with
Temsa.
this, Borislav Krustev is the winner of the match with 7 points of difference, so 9-2. So when the time runs out for the match, it is not important that there is a difference of 7 points. The fighter with more points, of course, wins. So this is how we are counting our matches. If during the match there is a difference of 7 points, it is automatic win for the fighter who has the advantage. But if the time runs out, we are just looking at who has more points. Next fight in Arena 1, we have Dogan Salatan versus Ela Midanovic. Fighters are ready. They're just being marked. This is Ela's first international tournament, and Dogan is our guest for the first time, hopefully not the last.
We saw several points of an exchange, several attempts at an exchange. However, the last one resulted in an afterblow. The score is still 0-0 for Zoltan and Janko. Zoltan is going for some really deep thrusts, going for the torso, risking having his head exposed.
I brought you daffodils on a pretty string, but they won't flower like they did last spring. And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so
And that's another.
to share my nights. I wanna
That's 3
Fighters in
points for
Arena
Janko.
1 are working in bind. They're testing the strength of the opponent, how hard they are holding the sword, if they can do something with it. And Dogan made first attempt of the hit. It was on the torso, just to check the quality with the judges.
In the previous exchange, Zoltan did catch up with an after blow, but it didn't have any quality, so it didn't count. And now he managed with a strike to the head for 4 points, taking the lead. With rapiers as well, the strikes and thrusts have to have a certain quality. The strike usually has to travel at about 45 degrees, some 30 centimeters distance, otherwise it won't count. Though really with rapiers, the thrusts are
So it is
usually more
confirmed,
common.
Dogan received first 3 points in this match.
And Janko is taking the lead again with 2 points. However, the score is likely to change. They're still pretty close. Neither of them has established a secure advantage.
Hits are not so common in rapier. Usually fighters prefer thrusts and cuts, but if they get a chance, of course, they will use it. Like this was the case. We saw a exchange of couple of strikes. Dogan's strike landed, so we have a difference of 6-0. It is very close to 7 points difference, so Ella should be careful.
And the previous exchange was an afterblow. The judge needed some consultation with the fighters.
And with this hit from Dogan's side, we have a difference of 10-0, which means Dogan, of course, won. But this is not the end. Ella still has 3 more matches in front of her.
Meanwhile, on Arena 2, both fighters are sort of taking turns, taking the lead, constantly switching who takes the strike. It promises to be uncertain until the very end.
So for the next match, in Arena 1, we have David Cege, pardon my pronunciation if I'm wrong, from Hungary, and Marija Mrakovic from Terza. Okay, so I'm corrected, David Cege. I learned.
I would like to compliment David for his lovely mask.
And in this match, we have a left-handed fighter. I prefer these people. I'm one of them. They're very tricky to fight against. So, wish them both great luck.
And that's another afterblow on Arena 2. Janko is still in the lead by just 1 point. 30 seconds to go until the end of the match.
David is trying to move the sword from the central line, trying to get into contact, reach for the other opponent. Marija doing the same. It can be tricky because both swords are on the same side, so inside and outside of the sword is different for them. So for this case, it will depend who does the best lunge.
Zoltan has taken the lead with a thrust to the neck for 4 points on Arena 2. This is now the last exchange. It would appear that Zoltan stopped before the judges said so, and then Janko caught up with him, so we'll see what the judges say about that.
So after a lot of testing between the opponents, we have a thrust to the hand from Marija's side. It is great from David that he pointed out this to the judges because it was really difficult to see from the other side.
Managed to strike to the hand. If that is the case, he has won the match. We'll see what the judges say.
And as I mentioned, lunges will be great advantage in this match. So now we have the result of 3-2 for David. Going from the inside, judges stopped the match, but there was no quality in this thrust. David
And
also
Zoltan has
pointed
won
this
with
out, and this
2
is
strikes
really
to the hand,
great from the
13-11.
fighters.
Can we get a round of applause for Zoltan and Janko?
So this time we had good point and good hit from David, so we have 5-2.
Our next fighters are Peter Farago from Hungary, Arsensis. And his opponent is Branislav Petrovic from Serbia as the red fighter.
So the match in Arena 1 is coming close to an end time-wise. So this is the last exchange. This attack had really great control. So let's just see where the hit landed. So 4 points are avoided to David, and this makes a difference of 11-2. David won.
That was a very interesting maneuver by our blue fighter, Peter, but he did not manage to evade Branislav's strike to the torso for 3 points. A few fun facts about our fighters. Branislav generally started HEMA because of his interest in Star Wars. However, it developed into a general obsession of him about HEMA.
Arena 1 has new match being prepared. Nikola Katic and Dogan Salatan are preparing to fight. Nikola will be blue fighter and Dogan will be red.
This was a very interesting exchange. Both fighters were trying to quickly thrust and then escape out of the distance, just barely escaping the opponent's sword. But we'll see who managed to land the final thrust. As expected, with so many close, small exchanges.
So in Arena 1, Nikola is really famous of low stance. This allows him to move
There was an
pretty fast.
afterblow. There was an afterblow, however, the first strike thrust was to the head. Therefore, the afterblow doesn't count. Peter takes the lead.
Nikola opens the match with 2 points with strike to the leg. And we have control of weapon from the both sides actually in the end. So now we need to check with the judges which hit landed first, and hopefully that there was no double kill before that. So 4 points for Dogan. This hit landed before all the weapon control.
That was an excellent exchange on Arena 2. Peter and Branislav are both fighting very energetically, especially Peter, and his was the final strike.
Great evasion from Nikola with a strike to the torso. Let's check if this counts and if there was perhaps an afterblow, because fighters were moving pretty fast towards each other.
Peter went in for a thrust
Oh,
ahead,
unfortunately it was a double kill in the end.
Let's see if he managed to avoid Branislav's sword.
We have some weapon malfunction. We need to change the rapier. Safety of our fighters is #1 priority, so besides weapons, everybody needs to have proper equipment which is checked before each tournament. And everybody... Sorry, go.
And Branislav landed that hit to the torso for 3 points. However, Peter is still in the lead. Ten seconds until the end. The next exchange will be the last one. First double kill on Arena 2. This is now the last exchange. Peter is in the lead, 8-6 against Branislav. I'd like to use this opportunity to thank Peter for his fascinating jacket and refreshing the fashion sense of this tournament.
Fighters usually try to control their opponent and their weapon, and when they get into this position of ringen or let's say not fighting but trying to control each other, they have to be careful not to use excessive force.
And with the last exchange, Peter managed to strike with hands for another 2 points, keeping his advantage and winning the fight 2-6. Let's just wait for the final call from the judges. No, correction, that was an afterblow on the last exchange. However, Peter was still in the lead by 2 points, and he still wins the match. Can we get a round of applause for Peter and Branislav?
Nikola receives 3 points for the strike to the torso. Afterwards, there was no riposte.
Our next fighters on Arena 2 are Andras Chaba Horvat as the blue fighter from Hungary. Club Arsensis versus Zoltan Palvarheli, also from Arsensis, Hungary. Like I said, because these fighters know each other, we can expect some lively exchanges, some risky moves. Zoltan is having flashbacks from last year. So as not to confuse the audience, our red fighter is the one wearing the blue jacket, and our blue fighter is the one wearing the red jacket.
So we had correction of points here at Arena 1. In the end, it was only 2 points for Nikola, so we have difference of 7-4 and 40 seconds till the end of the match.
No exchange. No qual. Probably an afterblow, really.
And we have disarming now. This was excellent to watch. Thank you. Now we only have to wait for the judges' call to see if there was hit, if there was quality hit. Blue fighter receives 3 points. Really nice exchange. We have 10-4 for Nikola, 19 seconds till the end.
Shaba takes the lead by 3 points. However, the fighters are consulting the judges, so we'll see what the final decision is. No, it was an afterblow, so 0 points.
And the time is out for the match in Arena 1, so this was the last exchange. So the fight was open and closed with double kills, but in the end, 10-4 for Nikola Katic. Just to take this moment to mention all our HEMA sponsors, Sparring Gloves, PBT, HEMA Shop, Neyman Fencing, and SPAS. They are the ones that are providing the awards for our competitors who will win the medals tomorrow for the finals. So I am inviting you all to join us tomorrow. We will have finals in all 3 categories, side sword, long sword, and rapier. Borislav Krustev and David Cege are fighting the next match in Arena 1.
And that's another afterblow on Arena 2, still 0-0. 2 minutes until the end of the match, plenty of time.
So it's a fighter's discretion to start off the fight with salute. Basically, when the judges' call starts for the first time, everybody could just fight. But usually this is really a gentleman's sport, so everybody greets at the beginning. But you can see in the end, first exchange ended up with really strong hits. Let's just see which one landed first. And if there was quality. In this case, judges need to consult with fighters because usually when fighters get really close to each other, it is difficult to see what is going on between them. So depending on their honesty, it is easier to call.
And that's another afterblow on Arena 2. My mistake. Shaba has taken the lead by 3 points with a hit to the torso. All the exchanges before that have been afterblows. And the first double kill on Arena 2. Pardon, it wasn't double kill, it was an afterblow.
Borislav is playing quite offensive game here after the examination of distance. David is playing a little bit more defensive, but in the end, when they get into the exchange, Borislav made hit to the head and is awarded with 4 points. We had a slice over the body. And with 3 points for Borislav, I think this will be a 7. Yes, this is a 7 points difference for Borislav Krustev, so he wins with 7-0. And the next fight in Arena 1, we have Radosin Nanov from Bulgaria and Aleksandar Istic from Serbia. So we have 2 blonde, long-hair fighters in red jackets. When they put their helmets on, it will be really difficult to make a difference between them, so follow the bands on their hands. Radosin will be a blue fighter, actually, and Aleksandar is definitely a red fighter.
Zero points for the last exchange on Arena 2. 5-0 for Andras against Zoltan. First ring out on Arena 2. 18 seconds until the end of the match. Red fighter going in for a thrust immediately. Possibly getting a strike to the back. Last exchange was an afterblow. Chaba is still in the lead. 12 seconds to go.
Fighters in Arena 1 are trying to get their low targets, meaning trying to make a sweep.
An afterblow.
But
Chaba
that's
is in the lead by 3 points.
Okay, now
Last exchange.
we had a bit of control of the weapon from both fighters. After a lot of dancing on the edge of the measure, they decided both to get in and try to make a hit.
And with that last exchange, which was a double kill, Chaba has achieved victory against Zoltan. Our next
So
fighters.
again, we have a 0-point exchange. Fighters were grappling each other's weapons at the same time.
Our next
There
fighters.
has to be a bit more of attention when one tries to do that and hit the opponent as well.
Our next fighters on Arena 2 are Ivan Jegdic from Terca as the blue fighter and Peter Farago as the red fighter from Arsensis, Hungary.
So we have 2 points for Radu Sinanov. Alexander is continuing his swiping series from the first match with Nikola Katic, so it turns out that here with Rapier, people are not paying attention that much to their legs. He's taking advantage of that. The only problem is that it was with no quality. Okay, I think we have quality now. Unfortunately, there was quality from both sides at the same time. So fighters are reminded again that there is no safe double kill here. If it happens that fighters hit each other at the same time and they're not protecting each other, it will be counted as double kill. After 4 of these, both fighters are eliminated from the match with 0 points in the end.
Blue fighter has taken the lead by strike to the hands for 2 points.
Za publiku koja gleda po prvi put istorijsko mačevanje, evo par informacija, čisto da biste mogli lakše da pratite mečeve. Meč koji traje 2,5 minuta između boraca se prati od strane dvoje sudija, jedan je glavni, jedan je pomoćni. Trenutno pratimo meč, odnosno turnir za rapir. Kao i svi turniri, ovde se boduju udarci, bodovi i sečenje po različitim delovima tela. Znači, ukoliko je u pitanju udarac ili bilo koja druga vrsta napada na ekstremitete, to je ruke i noge, borci dobijaju 2 poena. Ukoliko je pogodak u telo, to je 3 poena, u glavu je 4 poena. Pobednik može da se dobije tako što se napravi 7 poena razlike u toku meča ili ukoliko istekne vreme. Tada se gleda koji borac ima više poena. Naravno, borci moraju i da se štite. Ukoliko se istovremeno, pazite na publiku, ukoliko se istovremeno borci pogode međusobno, a ne štite se naravno, u pitanju je double kill, takozvani nebezbedni udarac. Ukoliko posle 4 takva udarca, odnosno ukoliko se dese 4 udarca te vrste, borci se eliminišu iz te borbe, oboje dobijaju po 0 poena. Pobednik u borbi dobije inače 2 poena, ukoliko borac izgubi dobije 1 poen, što je značajno, pošto je ovo grupna faza borbi, tako da se na kraju grupne faze gleda koje su 2 najbolja borca, to je 2 borca koji imaju najviše poena iz grupe, idu dalje u eliminacionu fazu koja je sutra.
A third afterblow on Arena 2 We see Peter finally whipping out the fancy moves.
Alexander made a hit to the head, to the leg, sorry, which gave him 2 points. Radosin tried to get after blow, but it was out of tempo, so there was no point. And we have another ring out. Attempted attack on commentator table. Fortunately, did not succeed. We have 10 seconds left for the fight in Arena 1 with 6-7 for Alexander Istic. So both fighters have a ring out at this moment. Second time someone steps out of the ring, his opponent will be awarded with 3 points. So fighters, be careful on that line.
First double kill on Arena 2. Before that we had a couple of after blows and this lovely move where Ivan managed to strike Peter's leg in the last second. Now we had a lovely exchange where Ivan went straight for a thrust. However, he did not manage to evade the after blow. So the score is still 4-0 for Ivan.
And Alexander tried as his last attempt to make a hit with pommel to the head, which is a legal move, but also to make a ring out. So let's see what the judge's call will be. So ring out gave points to Alexander, 3 points to be precise. There is a hit in question because Radosin's hand was really high, trying to hit Alexander over his hand while going backwards. Let's see if judges saw it, if there was quality, if there was attention. This is also very important for fighters to show the attention of making a hit. So yeah, there was no quality in the end, but fighters had really good match. Can I have a round of applause for them? It was really friendly, it was really nice. Thank you. Next fight in Arena 1, we have Nikola Tričković and Đorđe Rosić, both of them from Terca. Nikola at the moment studying in Czech Republic, expanding Terca fever around Europe, but still coming back for the tournament.
After a short consultation, the judge's decision stays. Peter evened the score. Peter evened the score with a thrust of the head for 4 points. This is now the last exchange. And Peter has taken the lead with a strike to the body. Or was it the hands? Correction, a strike to the arm. Last exchange, Peter is in the lead. There was actually an afterblow, so the score is still even. This is now the last exchange.
This exchange had no quality, although it landed in almost the same time, but fighters didn't show the intention of making an actual hit. So this is something, as I mentioned, that fighters really need to take care of. I think at this moment we will have a slicing on the body and an afterblow with a hit on the leg.
The judges interrupted the match because the fighters were
There is no challenge.
very active in the final exchange.
Okay.
They have to take the initiative
Second
because they're out of
consultation
time.
with fighters.
And that was the second double kill for the match. The match ends with a draw between Ivan Jegdic and Petar Farago. I believe this is the first draw of the competition.
So decision standard, Georgie received 2 points.
Okay, first again, a round of applause for Petar and Ivan.
So after evading Georgie's attack, Nikola made a very nice riposte. It was really quick.
Our next fighters on Arena 2 are Viktor Kotrovsky from Bulgaria, Club Motus, versus Yusuf Sidar Sahin from Turkey, Club ITSSB. Viktor is the blue fighter, Yusuf is the red fighter. Viktor is the returning fighter for Swordplay. He participated last year as well. Meanwhile, Yusuf, this is his first time here.
We saw a couple of attempts for thrusting, but they were all at the edge of the distance, so perhaps they didn't have enough quality, so judges didn't make the call before, but in the end there was, I think, one thrust and slicing on the leg. So Nikola's thrust missed, and unfortunately thrust to the leg was with no quality.
Yusuf has been training HEMA for 1.5 years or so, but before that he has participated in trained Olympic fencing as well as some Japanese swordsmanship. However, Viktor is also a master of arms of sorts. He participates in a wide range of HEMA categories.
So as it usually happens when there is an exchange with no quality, fighters make an extra push to do the second time better. Nikola did this time and made a very nice thrust to the body. And I think now we had a very nice thrust to the head as well. Rapier bended a little. 4 points for Nikola. And this is making a difference of 7 points, actually more, 8 points. So 34 seconds till the end, Nikola Tričković won. Nikola Katic and Radosin Nano will be next fighters in Arena 1. Nikola is actually returning champion of this tournament. He won a second place last year in rapier category. So let's see if he manages to make to the first two contestants in this group and go to the finals and perhaps even make a better result this year. Besides the medals that fighters will receive, there will be also a Master of Defense title. In each category, it will be awarded to the fencer who had the least strikes received, and this is something that will be counted at the end of the tournament.
After blow on the last exchange, Victor is still in the lead by 2 points. That was another after blow and another very fierce exchange.
So we have 3 points for Nikola Katic. After blow was out of tempo, so no points were awarded for that. As you can see, some of the fighters have their teammates from club in their corners, helping them, consulting them, so this is very often in this sport. It is a very nice way for people to help each other, to relax, to give them some tactic ideas, and to give them support in general.
Yes, it's sometimes hard to hold a good perspective on the match from inside the helmet, so usually outside help is welcome for a few extra comments on the strategies.
And Nikola Katic, Nikola had a flawless victory with 9 points to 0. It was a short match. And the next one are Borislav Krustev and Nikola Katic.
First double kill on Arena 2. Things started to heat up a little bit. However, the fighters did make up in the end. So we would like also to say hello to everybody watching us live on YouTube. We have a stream
people can follow, comment, share, and hopefully see the atmosphere from today's tournament and perhaps join us next year as well.
I would just like to add, hi Mom. Blue fighter managed to hit on the head. There was an after blow, but since the first strike was to the head, it doesn't count as an after blow, but points go to Victor. He is now in the lead by 6 points. It would appear that Yusuf managed to catch up with the strike. We'll see if... Yeah, there was no after blow, 3 points go to Yusuf. Victor is in the lead by 3 points. Second double kill of the match. However, one of the fighters has a challenge.
We had a really nice thrust from Nikola.
After consulting the fighters, the decision still stands. 6-3 for Victor. And that's another 3 points for the red fighter. The score is now even, 6-6, Victor Yusuf.
Oh, okay, we had...
Correction, that was a strike to the hand, so 6-5 for Victor.
This was really a fierce exchange, a lot of hits, back and forth, back and forth. It is important that no one gets injured and that in the end we have a clean hit from one fighter, because it is really a shame when these sort of exchanges, which will look really nice, end up in double kill. Usually people get tired after sometimes, they get out of focus. And unfortunately, this is a double kill.
After blow for the last exchange, 12 seconds until the end of the match. These fighters are not wasting time.
I think now we had a different situation. There was a hit, but also control of the opponent's weapon. But it was still counted as a double kill. Perhaps there will be a challenge from... Yes, there is a challenge from the fighter side. We have accepted challenge, and strike to the head is awarded to Borislav. So now we have 6-4 in Arena 1.
There was another afterblow, 4 seconds until the end. This is the last exchange. Victor is in the lead by 1 point. Yusuf could easily. And apparently we had a ring out. first ring out.
We had a hit.
Victor
Over
is the
the sword.
victor. Round of applause for Victor and
The
Yusuf.
fighter is saying that it was not in the arm, it was in the head. Let's see if they can get to the same opinion with the judge. In the end, it is judge's call. And decision remains 9-4 for Borislav at this point. And we have 44 seconds till the end.
Our next fighters on Arena 2 are Tamás Kiss from Hungary, Club Arsensis, as the blue fighter, versus Adam Milovanovic from Terca, Serbia, as the red fighter. Fighters, we will have a 15-minute break before the matches continue on Arena 2.
So Adam and Tamás, you're not fighting at this moment. There will be a 15-minute break in Arena 2. So sit down, relax, meditate, drink some water. Five seconds till the end, 9-4 for Borislav. Definitely likes to change. Time is already out, so we will give them a chance to fight till the end. End of this exchange, of course. Oh. Yes, first you disengage your opponent, then you hack him. This is how HEMA goes. Four points in the end for Borislav, and it is 13-4 at the end of this match. Next we have club teammates Aleksandar Ristic and Ela Midanovic in Arena 1. We are lucky here. Blue fighter is wearing blue ribbon and red fighter is wearing red, so there will be no confusion at this moment. Besides saluting to each other, it is tradition that fighters salute also to the judges and to the audience. It is also common that audience salute back with the applause, but it's your discretion, of course. Shallow targets are the hit of this tournament, so hits to the arms and hits to the leg are the most common at this point. 2 points for Ella at the start of this match. Measuring out the strength of the opponent and the way they hold their sword is very important in fighting. Alexander was trying to test out Ella to see how she will react if he starts attacking. And it turned out good for him because he realized that he can go for a hit in the head. So we now have 4-2 for Alexander. And again, 4 points for Alexander with additional strike to the head. Okay, now they're proving me wrong. Not going for shallow targets anymore. This is something new. We have a lot of hits to the head, and at the end we had a thrust to the torso. So Alexander made the victory, and it was really a short match, but it was really nice as well. Next, we will again have fighters from Terca, Marija Mraković versus Đorđe Rosić.
Before the match on Arena 2 begins, we have a little recreational match between Tamas, our next contestant fighter, and I believe he's fighting Chaba from the same club.
We had a bit of a passive play at Arena 1. And I think that there was no quality in this exchange. Even if judges saw something, they will probably just call out no exchange or no quality. Yeah, like we presumed. Fighters needs to show a little bit more of, I would not say aggression, but force need to be put in this attack in order to get some points. If you're doing a thrust, it has to be an actual thrust. If you're doing a hit, it needs to go under 45 degrees of angle. If slicing, at least 10 to 30 centimeters of slicing on the opponent's body in order to get points. We had the first double kill. You could see both rapiers bending at the same time. Georgie hit in the torso and Maria hit in the leg.
Za ljude koji ne znaju, gledate sada grupnu fazu za rapir. Rapir je pretežno oružje za bodove, mada ima i udaraca.
And this is a 7-point difference match. George Rosic won with 7-0 against Maria.
Meč se igra 2 minuta i 30 sekundi ili dok jedan od boraca ne postigne razliku od 7 poena. Bodovi i udarci se različito boduju u zavisnosti od delova tela. Glava nosi 4 poena, telo nosi 3, ruke i noge po 2 poena.
Ela Midanovic and Rado Sinanov are next fighters in Arena 1. Ela is blue again.
U mačovanju je zapravo bitno je imati dobru odbranu od dobrog napada. Nije dovoljno ostvariti napad, bitno je i odbraniti se od protivnikovog napada odmah posle toga. I zbog toga postoji ono što se zove double kill. Ako oba boraca istovremeno se udare, onda se to ne računaju se poeni. Isto tako ako jedan od boraca nakon što primi udarac, zada drugi udarac sa razlikom od jednog tempa, to se računa kao afterblow i smatra se nebezbednim. I za to se takođe ne nagrađuje poeni, jedino u slučaju da je prvi udarac u glavu. Posle udarca u glavu računa se kao da protivnik ne može da zada udarac i onda se njegov napad posle toga ne računa. Postoji naravno i ring out, za slučaj da jedan od boraca izađe jednom nogom skroz izvan kruga. Za prvi ring out se dobija opomena, posle toga protivnik automatski dobije 3 poena. Kasnije popodne ćemo imati takmičenje iz dvorišnog mača, a sutra ćemo imati finale za sva 3 mača, side sword, rapir i dugi mač. The fight between Tamashkish and Adam Milovanovic is now about to begin after a short break of 15 minutes. Tamash is the blue fighter, Adam is the red fighter.
We saw a really nice thrust from Radosin. Or perhaps you didn't see it because he's left-handed, so we from this side saw it and it was definitely with quality. Again, left-handed fighters require judges to switch sides, move a bit more, and be additionally careful with how they are making calls.
Adam takes the lead with a thrust to the head for 4 points. Where Tamash is now consulting the judge. We'll see if it will affect his decision. Judges are consulting each other. There's the possibility of an afterblow, or perhaps a strike that the judges did not see before that. In these cases, it's important to consult the contestants. However, the judge always makes the final call.
Again, with thrust to the body and with additional 3 points, Radosin won this match with 9-0.
After a consultation with the fighters, the judge declared that it was an afterblow. Therefore, both contestants get no points.
Arena 1 will welcome now Marija Mrakovic and Nikola Tričković. So please, guys, prepare and come to the ring.
Blue fighter gets 4 points after a strike to the head. Tomasz is now in the lead. I believe the decision stands after consultation with the judges. In the previous exchange, we saw Tomasz move the blade of the opponent out of the way in order to have a clear strike for the head. This is a risky move because it's important to move a blade while it's not moving towards you. Otherwise, it'll count as a hit.
So in Arena 1, we have really young fighters, HEMA-wise.
Another afterblow on Arena 2.
Nikola is practicing HEMA something over 2 years, while Maria is a 1-year fighter. But they're showing great potential, and we hope to see them on many more tournaments. Ah, very nice, very nice. Okay, now fight.
And we had cutting to the head by 4 points, and with that, Tomasz wins 8-0 against Adam. Round of applause for Tomasz and Adam.
Judges stop the match. 2 points are awarded to Maria. I don't know if there was...
Our next fighters are Andras
There was quality,
Csaba
but...
Horvat from Arsensis, Hungary, and his opponent,
Okay, there
Viktor
was.
Kotrovsky from Motus, Bulgaria. Csaba is the blue fighter, Viktor is the red fighter.
I think we had the first ring out. This is something that can happen very often when a fighter is putting aggressive attacks and trying to move their opponent around. Oh, but besides this, we also had a thrust. I didn't see that. Luckily, judges are there. So Nikola Trichkovic is now leading with 3-2. I don't know if you can see it, but behind the mask, guys are laughing, so they're obviously having a great time. And this is something that HEMA should be about.
Once again, Andras Csaba from Hungary as the blue fighter, Viktor Kotrovsky from Bulgaria as the red fighter. The fight is about to begin.
And we didn't have any quality from fighters in this exchange, so we're still on 3-2 for Nikola. And I think now we had quality with thrusting from Nikola. And 3 points are awarded for this attack. 6-2, and we have 1 minute and 4 seconds till the end.
Viktor takes the lead by 2 points with a strike to the arm. Both fighters are attacking slightly out of distance. Viktor managed to hit a strike to the leg first, but it was an afterblow. There was an afterblow, therefore no points for this exchange.
And we have last 10 seconds for the fight in Arena 1, so fighters will have their last exchange after this call from the judges.
And with the previous exchange, Andros has equaled the score, 2-2 for both fighters. And now we had our first double kill for this match in Arena 2.
We didn't have any points at this exchange, so 6-2, and time is running out. This is the last exchange, so whatever happens after this, it will be the final result. Let's see.
After
There
a short
was no
consultation,
quality in any of these hits at the moment.
the decision about the double kill in Arena 2 stands.
So let's see what's the final call. Okay, 4 points blue, which means that it's a draw. So this is a first draw on Swordplay. Okay, I stand corrected. This is a second draw. But it's a draw between the two commentators having different arenas. So we both have one. Good for us. Next ones are Alexander Istic and Dogan Salatan in Arena 1. So guys, are you ready?
Andros now takes the lead, 4-2. So far in this fight, the fighters have predominantly been using strikes rather than thrusts. All the points have been awarded based on strikes to the arm. So the fight is moving at a rather slow pace, except for the afterblows. And the red fighter had an attempt at a thrust, but it didn't have quality. So the blue fighter wins the exchange with a strike to the torso. Andros is in the lead, 7-2 for now. On the latest exchange, let's see what the judges say.
Alexander is opening this match with 2 points with strike to the leg. Just checking the gear. Everything okay now? So they can continue. They're both trying to win the central line and control their opponent, trying to perhaps get them out of the ring as well. Unfortunately, we had, I think, double kill.
And we had our second double kill in Arena 2.
Yes, it was the first double kill. So fighters need to take care of these when they get into these close exchanges. Yeah.
Another afterblow in Arena 2.
Dogan now admitted points that he received a hit to the arm. Great sportsmanship from the fencers admitting that they received a hit. It is really difficult to do that sometimes when you know that your win depends on it, but still everybody take cares of that.
And that's another afterblow in Arena 2. Andros is still in the lead, 7-2 against Viktor.
So again, 2 points for the blue fighter for the strike to the arm. So it's 6-0 now for Alexander Istic.
The red fighter managed to strike to the torso for 3 points. Andros continued with the hit after that, but it was out of tempo.
I
So
think we
points
had
go
a
to
hit to
Viktor.
the head at the end. So
25
this is the
seconds to go.
case.
And Viktor has taken the lead with a strike to the head, after which there are no afterblows, although Andros did catch up with the strike.
So it was a
Now
hit to
the
the
judge-
head.
After consultation, the decision stands. Viktor has taken the lead, 9-7 for Viktor.
With 10-0, Alexander Istic won the match at Arena 1. Next pair we will have Georgi Rosic and David Zege.
The score is now even. 9-9 for Andros and Viktor. 13 seconds to go till the end of the match.
Baš motaraju. Znači Čaba ubija. On je bio safest fighter na side. Ja sam se krstila. Juče. Pa kao primio je najmanji udarac. Jebiš mi sve, vrate, kad ti mlatiš.
Viktor takes the lead with a strike to the torso. 12 seconds until the end. 12-9 for Viktor against Andros. They are really giving it their all now at the very end. And that resulted in an afterblow. Still 12-9. This is now the last exchange.
Fighters in Arena 1 are testing each other out, trying to see how they should approach their opponent. They're also very close to the ring out, so be careful.
Apparently the last exchange took place after the time ran out. Judges are now consulting each other. Due to there being no active fencing right before the time ran out, The last exchange is not taken into account. In the last exchange, it's important for both fighters to immediately enter the exchange and to be active to try and score a point. Otherwise, the judge will stop the match. If any exchange occurs right after that, it will not be counted.
So it's 34 seconds till the end of this match at Arena 1. We will have first points, at least first decision from the judges' side. Hopefully it was not a double kill. Okay, we have 4 points for Georgi Rossi, so there was strike to the head. 34 seconds till the end.
After the judges changed his decision and taken into account the last exchange, 2 points for Andras. However, Victor still wins, 12-11. Can we get a round of applause for Andras and Victor?
So we have Georgia now playing on the time running out. This is the last exchange, so it will be either draw or win for Georgia.
Our next fighters in Arena 2 are Ivan Jegdic from Terza, Serbia, and
so
Tamas Kish from Arsensis, Hungary.
4 points for David, which means that we have a draw at this moment and 3 seconds till the end. This is the last exchange. This was really nice. This was really nice, trying to pull everything out of these 3 seconds. So Georgi made 2 points with strike to the leg and he won 6-4. Really nice, guys.
And the fight is off. Ivan Jegdic versus Tamas Kish.
Nikola Katic and Elamid Danovic are next one in Arena 1. Fighters are ready, judges are ready, spectators are ready. So we can start.
Ivan Jegdic takes the lead with a strike to the torso for 3 points. First double kill in Arena 2. After consultation, the decision still stands.
Decision stands. Ela Midanovic is leading with 3 points.
We saw Tamas trying to go in for a deep strike on the head, deep thrust. And he succeeded. He was struck afterwards, but there are no afterblows after a thrust of the head. So he now takes the lead.
This was really clean hit to the torso. Oh, two. In the end, it was in the arm, so it was really close, sorry. 3 points for Ella. She's leading against 2 points.
Another afterblow in Arena 2.
Again, we had thrust. Let's see just where it landed. And the afterblow that was tried, it landed on the basket of the rapier Nikola holds, so there was no afterblow. 5-3 now for Nikola. You can notice a cute heart on Ella's jacket. This is not something that is representing girls' jacket for any means, but it is something that is quite traditional. All the jackets that were used for practicing at the beginning of the 19th and 20th century had this sort of emblem as a practice target for people in fencing clubs. So when you see it, just know that those are people that are practicing and respecting the tradition.
Second double kill in Arena 2.
Nine to 3 right now for Nikola at Arena 1. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds till the end.
Tamas attacking out of distance. Ivan trying to take the opportunity immediately after Tamas's sword is out of the way. We'll see what this exchange resulted in. The judge needs to consult the fighters before reaching a decision.
So with 12-3, Nikola won the match in Arena 1. This was a really nice match. It was a bit more attractive than the last one, which was more passive. And this is something that we really want to see in each match.
Ivan takes the lead with a thrust of the torso.
On je već pojeo kanticu Eurokrema, neće se taj umoriti. Šta je ovo? Tamas. We can see a very interesting display of movements from Tamas at Arena 2.
We've seen other fighters use this curious technique. And that was the third double kill of the match, clear as day.
So we are on last 3 matches in Arena 1. Right now we have Borisav Krustev and Marija Mrakovic.
And that was another afterblow. We saw Tamas holding his rapier, bending it like it's a whip. Most curious technique. Now they just went for clear thrusts to the head. And that's 4 more points for Tamas with a thrust to the head, after which there is no afterblow, although Ivan did manage to catch up with him.
This
Tamas
was a
now
very
takes the lead.
We had a very attractive move from Borislav here in Arena 1, moving besides the opponent. And it is very important to know that there are forbidden parts to hit when fighting: back of the head, spine, groins, Achilles heel, and toes. So even when this happens, that fighter goes next to the opponent and has the opportunity to hit him in the back of the head or the back, they should stop, show the attention, show that they have this opportunity, but not actually hit them. They will be awarded points, but safety first as always.
Ivan went straight in for a thrust, still had his momentum, pushed Tamas, who did an expert back roll afterwards. And the judges are consulting before reaching a decision. From here, it was pretty unclear what happened. Such pushing and shoving is allowed.
And this was an 8-0 match in Arena 1 with Borislav as a winner.
Apparently, Ivan managed to hit the opponent with the pommel, with a rapier, of all things. And with that, he took the lead in the very last second. Last exchange.
Just to announce,
Not
Dogan
sure.
Salaton and Radostin Nanov at Arena 1.
I'm not sure if that was out of bounds while the time was still running. Judges are now consulting each other. That would be the first out of bounds for this match, so it shouldn't carry any points with it, I believe. A warning for the blue fighter for ring out. And with that, the time is out. Ivan wins 9-8 against Tamas Kish. Please, an applause for both contestants. So in the last second, Ivan did have a ring out, but since it was the first ring out, Tamas didn't get any points for that. And he still had the lead by 1 point, and with that, Ivan won. And our next fighters are Janko Zafirovski from Terza as the blue fighter, and Yusuf Sidar Sahin as the red fighter from Turkey, from ITSSB club. An interesting fact about these contestants, both of them have competed, rather, both of them have trained Kendo, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed, Yusuf has trained Aikido and Kenjutsu. Meanwhile, Janko has trained Kendo for 3 years. Janko also trained Olympic fencing for 2 years, and he's been in Terza since September 2017. So in this case, both fencers are seasoned fencers in multiple categories, both in Olympic fencing and in Japanese fencing. And they've both found their calling in Hema.
We have 4-0 for Dogan in Arena 1 with a couple of hits to the leg.
Yusuf takes the lead with a thrust of the torso, 3 points.
Dogan is winner at the Arena 1 with 8-0. And we are at the last match for Arena 1. Last match in Arena 1 is between David Cege and Nikola Tričković. So Terca versus Motus.
Yusuf secures his lead with another 2 points after a thrust of the arm. Both fighters are fighting very cleanly, very nicely. Establishing contact, going for thrusts rather than strikes. Good control of measure. Yusuf just walks in with surgical precision. However, apparently this was the first double kill. Things are starting to heat up a little bit. Exchanges are getting a little faster. Yusuf had to resort to striking. However, he did not escape the afterblow, and last exchange had no points. Once again, Yusuf strikes the torso. Let's see if there was an afterblow.
If there is a club rapier or someone not using their weapon, please could you come to Arena 1 because we have a fighter without a blade. Give this man a sword, preferably one that can be used by a left-handed fighter.
Unfortunately, Nikola's charm will not be enough to win this match.
We have an offering.
He needs a sword nevertheless.
Thank you. Radosin is being great pal here, offering his sword.
And 2 points for Yusuf. There have been 2 double kills so far. Apparently Yusuf is challenging the judge's decision, claiming that it was a double kill.
And we are finishing fights in Arena 1 with 2 left-handed fighters. So
Decision stands. Yusuf wins 7-0. Can we get a round of applause for Yusuf and Janko?
we had a really fierce hit to the head from the inside. Checking if there was an afterblow or a double kill.
Our next fight is between Branislav Petrovic from Terca as the blue fighter and Adam Milovanovic as the red fighter. Both contestants from Terca, Serbia. This will be an interesting match. Then again, with rapiers, perhaps they won't.
4 points are awarded to Nikola for thrust to the head.
Some fun facts about Branislav. He is probably the member of Terza with the greatest number of swords. He is also the owner of the longest sword in Terza. He's been training for 3 years.
An interesting fact about David Sege is that he recently beaten Matt Gallas in a tournament, so this is really nice thing to know about this guy.
Branislav says that he likes training sword fighting because it makes him feel physically and mentally healthy. Adam has clearly participated in some other form of recreation outside of Terza, considering
So 4
his
points
excellent form.
are awarded to Nikola, and this is making a difference of 8 points. So Nikola won the match in Arena 1, and this concludes this group phase in this court.
Zero points for the previous exchange. Branislav is still in lead by 3 points. And another no quality exchange for 0 points. And that's another 2 points for Branislav after strike the leg. I'm sad to see that Ban has brought one of his less flashier swords to the fight today. He has quite an interesting collection, although it's understandable. Very nice exchange. And the red fighter managed to hit with a strike to the arm for 2 points. In terms of rapier appearance alone, Adam is the clear winner here. And that was the first double kill for this match. Both fighters are going for very high exchanges. However, the blue fighter Branislav managed to strike for 2 points. It's now 7-2 for Branislav. And blue fighter struck for another 3 points, making him the winner. Branislav Petrovic wins against Adam by 10-2.
It's a lonely night. Everybody's happy. Been turning around, looking for a friendly light. But I see nothing.
Our next fighters are Janko Zafirovsky as the blue fighter from Terca and Viktor Kotrovsky as the red fighter from Motus in Bulgaria.
It's a lonely night. Everybody's happy. Been turning around, looking for a friendly light. But I see nothing. No eyes.
And the fight between Janko and Viktor is about to begin.
No eyes. No eyes on me. No eyes.
And that seems like a fine strike. The judges claim it was an afterblow. We'll see if there was a challenge. No, never mind. The decision stands. It is an afterblow.
It's a lonely night. Everybody's happy. Been turning around, looking for a friendly light. But I see nothing. No eyes. No eyes on me.
And that's another afterblow. The score is still 0-0. 2 minutes to go.
No eyes on me.
Victor trying to close the distance, go for a strike. We'll see if he managed to evade Janko's strike. No, it was another afterblow. The score is still 0-0. And the red fighter, Victor, has finally taken the lead with a strike to the arm for 2 points. There was an afterblow, but immediately after that, Janko managed to land a proper strike, evening the score. It is now 2-2. And now we have the first double kill of the match.
It's a lonely night. Everybody's happy. Been turning around, looking for a friendly light. But I see nothing. No eyes. No eyes on.
And that's 4 points for the red fighter, meaning that he wins. 7 points difference. Viktor Kotrowski wins 9-2 against Janko Zafirovski. Our next fighters are Branislav Petrovic as the blue fighter from Terza versus Tamás Kis from Arsensis, Hungary, as the red fighter.
After all, it's too late to leave it. After all,
And the fight is about to start between Branislav and Tamás.
watching my face, calling up.
I don't know if the audience can see, but there was a lot of disengaging here. Tips of the swords moving around each other, trying to establish the contact. No quality for this last exchange. This previous exchange. Tamas lunging in for a thrust to the head. Well, let's see if it paid off. The judge declared 4 points for a strike to the head. However, Tamas has challenged the decision, so now the judge is checking with the fighters. In the case of an afterblow, or rather, in the case of a strike landing on the head first, the afterblow doesn't count. So even if the opponent does manage to strike after that, his points will be negated. It appears that the judge's previous decision still stands. 4 points awarded to Branislav. And Branislav has rejected the points for the strike to the head, deeming them bad quality. This was an excellent show of sportsmanship. Can we get a round of applause for Bane?
So last year we had 12 competitors for Rapier, while this time we have 20 of them. Some of them are recurring, some of them are new ones. Both Branislav and Tamas competed last year, and now they're hoping to get to higher rankings, of course.
And that's another strike to the head for Branislav Petrovic. This time it was of good quality. There was, again, an afterblow, but since the first strike was a strike to the head, it doesn't count. Both fighters are fighting very cautiously. Not trying to rush into things too much. Trying to keep a safe distance. And that's another 4 points for the blue fighter, Branislav Petrovic. And he wins 8-0 against Tamas Kiš. Our next fighters are Yusuf Sidar Sahin from ITSSB in Turkey as the blue fighter, and Zoltan Pal Varheli as the red fighter from Arsensis, Hungary.
Za lokalnu publiku koja nam se pridružila u posljednjih nekoliko minuta, odnosno borbi, u toku je završnica grupnog dela turnira za rapir. U ovom trenutku imamo još nekoliko borbi u drugoj areni i možete da pratite kako međunarodne, odnosno strane takmičare, tako i predstavnike lokalne škole Terca. Ono što ćete vidjeti ovde su...
First double kill in arena 2, still
Okay.
no points.
Ono što ćete vidjeti ovde su u stvari pokušaj današnjih škola da rekonstruišu kako su se majstori mačevanja negde spremali za duele koji su im bili bitni kroz život, da li za neko rešavanje sporova, da li za branjenje časti i slično. Ovo su naravno veštine iz 14. do 16. veka, a u posljednje vreme, posljednjih 50 godina, se tumače od strane klubova širom sveta.
The previous decision of the judges for the double kill has been negated because of bad quality of one of the strikes. So that puts Zoltan in the lead by 2 points, and now with another 2 points, he secured his lead.
Da biste mogli da pratite negde suđenje, čisto da dobijete informaciju da se udarci, bez obzira da li je u pitanju udarac, bod ili sečenje u različite delove tela, različito takođe i vrednuje. Pogodci u nogu, odnosno ruku, se vrednuju sa 2 poena, pogodak u telo je 3, dok je pogodak u glavu 4 poena. Borci se bore ili do razlike poena od 7, ili dok ne istekne vreme, naravno u tom trenutku pobeđuje borac koji ima više poena.
Both fighters are going for very different targets. Yusuf is going for the low sweeps, Zoltan is going for the head. Now it appears that Yusuf and there was an afterblow, but Yusuf still managed to hit the head for 4 points. Zoltan is now challenging the... Correction, it was Zoltan who struck the head. And with that, Zoltan wins 8-0 against Yusuf. Can we get a round of applause for Zoltan and Yusuf?
Evo, ovde ste mogli da vidite da je borac iz Mađarske pobedio sa 8 poena razlike. Kao što smo rekli, ukoliko se pre isteka vremena napravi razlika veća ili jednaka 7 poena, automatski se dodeljuje pobeda. Naravno, dok se borci takmiče, moraju da vode i računa o svojoj bezbednosti, tako da ukoliko dođe do situacije da se borci istovremeno pogode mačevima, to je takozvani nebezbedni udarac, odnosno double kill, kako ga ljudi koji se bave ovim sportom zovu. U ovom turniru, ukoliko se u toku jednog meča dese 4 double killa, automatski se prekida meč i borci se diskvalifikuju, odnosno dobijaju 0 poena za tu borbu. Naravno, ukoliko borac izgubi legitimno, da tako kažem, borbu, dobija 1 poen u grupnoj fazi, a pobednik dobija 2 poena.
And now we have Adam Milovanovic from Terca as the blue fighter and Petar Farago from Arsensis, Hungary as the red fighter.
Naravno, može da se desi da borci uspeju da izvedu takozvan kontranapad, to jest after blow, u toku borbe, odnosno da u tempu pogode svog protivnika, a u trenutku kada su dobili već udarac, u tom trenutku se poeni anuliraju. Jedini izuzetak je ukoliko se prvi udarac primi u glavu, u tom trenutku jednostavno ne možete da dadate after blow, jer udarac u glavu je najdominantniji udarac u borbi.
Petar going in for his interesting tactics again. Always fun to see him fight. Always wields the sword in a lively manner and moves a lot. Adam generally goes for more calm, precise hits. The judge declared an afterblow, but now Petar is challenging the judge's decision. And Petar has taken the lead with a strike to the arms, 2-0. Petar going in for risky deep strikes on the torso, having to bend over, risking getting hit in the head. And it seems Adam did not manage to catch up, and 3 points go to Petar for a strike against the torso. Petar is now in the lead, 5-0.
Borci imaju pravo, ukoliko smatraju da je odluka sudija diskutabilna, da traže challenge. U toku svake borbe borac ima pravo na 1 challenge. Ukoliko je on usvojen, naravno može da ga koristi opet. Ukoliko nije usvojen, naravno gubi ga u toj borbi, ali može da ga koristi već u narednoj. Obzirom da u ovom mačevanju borci nemaju takvu opremu koja automatski beleži udarce, često se dešava da se sudije konsultuju sa borcima i tada se računa na njihovo poštenje, odnosno da će priznati zaista bod, odnosno udarac koji su primili.
And that was another afterblow. Petar is still in the lead by 5 points. Now he can safely show off his cool technique without risking losing the lead. Unless he gets a strike to the head.
Ako pogledate pod na kome se takmičari bore, vidjet ćete takođe krug. On označava u stvari ring u kome treba da se odvija borba. Moguće je da će jedan protivnik pokušati drugog da izbaci iz terena. Takozvani ring out prvi put prolazi samo sa upozorenjem, dok svaki naredni put kada borac izađe iz ovog prstena, njegov protivnik dobija 3 poena.
And with a strike to the hands, Petar establishes a lead of 7 points to 0 with beating Adam. So, winner of this match, Petar Farago. And our next fighters are Andras Csaba Horvat from Arsensis, Hungary, as the blue fighter, and his opponent is Janko Zafirovski from Terca as the red fighter.
Svi koji ostaju popodne na Gamesconu pozivamo da od 4 pratite i turnir u dugom maču. Ovo je najpopularniji, inače, mač u Hemi i u ovom trenutku imamo i najviše boraca u okviru tog turnira, tako da obećavamo dobre sparinge i sigurno će biti interesantno.
And once again, Andros in the red jacket is the blue fighter, while Janko in the green jacket is the red fighter. Things tend to get a bit confusing. And the match is off. To a start. It has not been cancelled. Chaba really aggressively trying to take the central line by striking the opponent's sword out of the way. And now it appears he managed to strike the hands for 2 points.
Možete primetiti da Chaba, koji nosi inače crvenu jaknu, često koristi visoke stavove, odnosno drži mač iznad glave. Ovo je dosta agresivno stav u kome on dovodi svog protivnika u situaciju da prvo mora da ga pomeri iz tog stava da bi ga napao, zato što suprotno nije siguran i može da dođe do double killa koji sam malo pre spominjala. Janko kao viši protivnik može da iskoristi to. Kretanjem u stranu može da otvori sebi put za određene udarce.
4 points for Chaba after a strike to the head. Janko struck out of tempo afterwards, so it doesn't count. Another 2 points for Chaba. It is now 6-0 for Chaba.
Česti udarci u mač su u stvari provokacija i testiranje takmičara da li i šta mogu da urade sa protivnikom, kako mogu da sklone mač sa centralne linije i da sigurno i bezbedno napadnu. Ono što se često dešava je da takmičari koriste poteze i veštine iz drugih mačeva.
First double kill for the match.
U ovom slučaju Chaba koji trenira i sidesword i longsword često koristi neke pokrete koji su karakterističniji za druge mačeve, a ne za rapir.
And Chaba won 8-0 against Janko. Our next fighters are Ivan Jegdic as the blue fighter and Branislav Petrovic as the red fighter, both from Terca, Serbia. Branislav Petrovic is also known as Bane, or in English, Bane. fight has begun.
Kao i na početku svake borbe i ovde takmičari pozdravljaju jedni druge, sudije i publiku. To je već postala negde tradicija i naravno prva razmena ili počinje zagrljan, kao što možete da vidite, ili prijateljskim udarcem mačom mač, kako bi se znalo da ovo ipak nije borba na život i smrt, već sportska razmena. Možete vidjeti da obzirom da je rapir jednoročno oružje, borci drže drugu ruku i dalje pored sebe, znači ne kriju je iza leđa. To je zato što mogu da dođu u situaciju da kada su blizu jedni drugih, kontrolišu mač svog protivnika tako što ga uhvate, drže ispod miške i slično i na taj način se obezbede da zadaju siguran udarac.
First of all, why has man given such importance?
Imamo challenge od strane borca, čisto kao dodatne konsultacije sa njihove strane, da kažu šta su osetili od udarca, gde su sleteli, da li su bili dovoljno dobro kvaliteta, kako bi pomogli sudiji da odnese pravu odluku. Ili da zbune sudiju.
After a short consultation, the judge has terminated their previous decision, giving 0 points for the last exchange. First double kill of the match. Like I said, when the fighters know each other and have sparred often together, double kills are more likely.
Rapir kao oružje je inače dizajnirano prvenstveno za bod, odnosno sečenje. Mada naravno borci će iskoristiti uvek i priliku da zadaju koji udarac sa mačem. Iako je mač tanak, to može da bude izuzetno bolno. Ali obzirom na dužinu, prvenstveno se ide na bod, kao u ovom slučaju, iako je bio isto vreme, tako da imamo drugi double kill.
And that was the second double kill of the match. 0 points so far, 40 seconds to go. Bane has paused the match in order to straighten his rapier. Rapiers, such fragile things.
First of all, why has man given such importance to pleasure? Why man throughout the world has given this extraordinary importance to pleasure? Why? Continuing, pursuing.
Evo da spomenemo, pored standardnih Hema sponzora koji su sa nama i ove godine, Sparring Gloves, PBT, Hema Shop, Neyman Fencing i Spes. Ove godine po prvi put imamo i domaće sponzore, to su Don Kafa, Telegroup i Henkel. To su kompanije koje su pomogle da ovaj događaj bude u ovoj veličini
20
i u ovom
seconds until the
prostoru.
end. Branislav has taken the lead by 2 points.
Jako lepa razmena.
And another 4 points from Branislav. He is now in the lead by 6 points. 10 seconds until the end of the match. .2 points for the blue fighter. Will it be enough? Last 6 seconds for the blue fighter to strike on the head. Yep, he was going for a direct thrust for the head. Only chance he has to make it a draw. Since
Na
this was last
poslednjih,
exchange.
na
Sorry.
poslednjih 10 sekundi borci dobijaju upozorenje da je meč pri isteku vremena i tada može da se desi ili nešto kao u ovom trenutku, double kill, zato što borci požure da zadaju jedan poslednji udarac i time potencijalno naprave dovoljnu razliku u poenima ili da opet smanje razliku u poenima. A sa druge strane, borac koji je u prednosti u tom trenutku može da igra na taktiku da odugovlači tih poslednjih 10 sekundi kako bi zadržao svoju prednost.
And with that last exchange, it would appear that Branislav is the winner, 6-2 against Ivan. We're waiting for the judge's final call. The judge is taking a moment to consult the fighters after all. The decision stands. The winner is Branislav Petrovic, 6-2 against Ivan.
I ulazimo u kraj ove grupne faze, ostalo nam je, mislim, još samo 2 borbe. Nakon toga ćemo imati informaciju koji su borci prošli iz svake od grupe. Znači, po 2 borca iz svake grupe će proći u eliminacionu fazu koja je sutra.
And our next fighters are Zoltan Palvarheli from Arsensis in Hungary as the blue fighter, and his opponent is Viktor Kotrovsky from Motus in Bulgaria as the red fighter. Luckily this time Zoltan's jacket is the same color as his band, so there will be no confusion for this match.
So Victor here is opening his school, his own school of military saber in a couple of months. This will be very nice for Bulgaria, but anyone who is interested in free classes while on Swordplay, see him after the tournament. And now let's see how they go through this match.
We saw some excellent dodging in this exchange. It seems Victor managed to have the final strike on the arm. Waiting for the judge's decision. It seems Zoltan managed to land an afterblow on the head, but is now challenging the judge's decision. The judge's decision stands. 0 points for this exchange. That was an afterblow. It seems Zoltan struck, but the judge says that the attack had no quality. And finally 2 points for Victor after strike on the arm or leg. And Victor has rejected the points, claiming that there is no quality. Can we get a round of applause for Victor? Two points for Victor. He finally takes the lead, officially.
Znači da ponovimo još jednom, udarci u nogu i ruku nose 2 poena, pogodak u telo nosi 3 poena, dok udarac u glavu nosi 4 poena. Borac pobeđuje ukoliko napravi razliku u poenima od 7 i više, ili kada istekne vreme meča, koje je inače 2,5 minuta, tada pobeđuje onaj ko ima više poena, naravno.
Zoltan made an attempt to move Victor's sword arm out of the way. However, Victor still managed to hit Zoltan on the head for 4 points. They had a brief clash. Hugged and made up.
Inače, za one koji prvi put ovo gledaju i može da im deluje malo agresivnije, čisto da znate, borci su izuzetno dobro zaštićeni. Ispod jakni takođe imaju plastičnu zaštitu za grudi i dodatnu zaštitu za vrat, pošto ukoliko se borac zaleti na vas i ubode vas u grlo, to može da bude jako bolno, ljudi su čak i padali, tako da zaštita je uvek na prvom mestu.
And that was the first double kill for the match. And with that, Victor won 9-0 against Zoltan. Once again, Victor is the victor.
I evo nas na poslednjoj borbi u ovoj grupnoj fazi. Imamo 2 Mađara koji se bore jedan protiv drugog, ali oni su inače kolegi iz kluba, tako da ovo će biti interesantna borba. Sigurna sam da dosta dobro poznaju svog protivnika, da su više puta sparingovali zajedno, tako da ovo će da bude jedna igra nadmudrivanja.
Now we have Petar Farago as the blue fighter and Tamas Kish as the red fighter. Both fighters come from Arsensis club in Hungary.
Borci počinju van ringa i kada uđu u ring, tada počinje prava akcija. Moraju da paze, naravno, da ne izađu iz ringa prvi put. Ukoliko im se to desi, dobit će samo upozorenje, dok svaki naredni put, ukoliko izađu, njihov protivnik dobija 3 poena.
Zero points for this exchange.
Ovo je bila jedna od situacija kada borac udari svog protivnika, međutim njegov protivnik u tempu uspe da zada kontra udarac. U tom slučaju se proglašava afterblow, to jest niko ne dobija poene.
Petar takes the lead with 2 points.
Ovo je bio udarac i od nezgodan deo tela, kao što možete da vidite, Tamaš nije baš najsrećniji. Bodovi su ovde vrlo eksplozivni, tako da možete vidjeti borce koji se spremaju i onda samo u sekundi zadaju bod.
First double kill of the game. Tamaš is trying to match Petar in his interesting stances. This was pretty straightforward. Petar just took the opportunity, struck him on the arm.
Malo pre smo, nažalost, imali jedan double kill, to je borci su se međusobno udarili u isto vreme. Pošto je bezbednost vrlo bitna, borcima se uvijek preporučuje da budu spremni da kada udare, takođe mogu i da se odbrane odmah nakon toga. Ukoliko se to ne desi, odnosno zaista zadaju istovremeno udarce, dodeljuje se double kill. Posle 4 double killa ide diskvalifikacija.
Seems Petar's strike from a minute ago was an afterblow from Tamash's thrust, so he still only has 2 points. Once again, 0 points for the exchange due to the afterblow. And Petar apparently managed to hit the legs for 2 points. Clearly for Petar, it's not enough to merely win the match. He must also do it stylishly, with plenty of hopping around and interesting technique. And it appears that the swords were stuck together.
Ovde su se mačevi malo upetljali, imali smo pokušaj kontrolisanja protivničkog sečiva. To je naravno dozvoljeno. Ukoliko se desi da se takmičari, tako reći, upletu jedno drugom u mač, sudije mogu da proglase da jednostavno nijedan ni drugi borac nisu imali dominantnu poziciju, to jest nemaju prednost u odnosu na njihovog protivnika. U tom slučaju se dodeljuje 0 poena.
Petar secures his lead, 6-0 for Petar.
Kao što smo i pretpostavili, borci se dosta dobro poznaju i mogu da pretpostave šta će njihov protivnik da pokuša da izvede od udaraca. Tako da ovde ima dosta nadmudrivanja i zato se često dešava afterblow, nažalost jedan double kill. Ali i pored toga protivnici moraju da nađu način kako da izvedu udarac, a da usput ne budu udareni. Sad već sa 50 sekundi do kraja Petar vodi sa 6-0. A sada i sa 10-0 pobeđuje.
And with another 4 points, Petar wins 10-0.
Hvala svima koji ste pratili turnir u rapiru. Ovo je kraj grupne faze. Sada će uslediti pauza, a kao što sam najavila, od 16 časova ovde će se odigravati turnir u dugom maču. Tako da pozivam vas da nam se pridružite tada. Hvala svima. So for everybody who is still not fluent in Serbian, we are finished with rapier tournament. We will have a 2-hour break now. Fighters and volunteers and everybody who applied will go for lunch. And at 4 p.m. we will start longsword tournament. So everybody who is participating in longsword tournament, please be here half hour before that, because we need to do the equipment check. You need to sign the waiver forms. We need your kidneys, guys. So be prepared. Thank you.